Good afternoon and welcome to the Cruise Amigos Live. Unfortunately, folks, we're a little devoid of amigos today. Those of you that weren't on my show earlier, my buddy John was back in the hospital last night. They did a CT scan, I think it was, anyway, some kind of scan. They did, and of course, this is all heart-related stuff. And they did send him home. But when I talked with him early this morning, he said there was just no way he had the wherewithal to do a show today, which I perfectly understand. So he won't be with us. And my buddy Martin, haven't heard from him in weeks. I hope he's okay, but I haven't seen him, heard from him, no messages. Let's see if he did respond back to about the show today. Martin Sandlin Owens, nope, not a word. So no sign of him. And I'm hoping to have a special guest on the show today. And that's Christy Durso. However, she is actually in between two important meetings that she was doing and was going to try to fit in for a few minutes. And now I'm just wondering if she remembers that I'm Eastern Daylight Time, and she's Central Daylight Time. But anyway, she was going to fit us in for a couple minutes just to jump in. So we'll have to see. I did get somebody sent me a message on AT&T, but I can't do that because I'm using my phone. So let's see if there's anything over here. Christy, nope. And Martin, nope. Okay, so anyway, we'll just do Cruise Amigos today. If I do solo for a while. Hi, Emily's here. Nikki's here. Hi, y'all, again. And we'll see if Christy does make it, then we'll always have an enlightening chat with her about what's going on in her world. So Emily's getting ready to go, of course, to the Philippines. It's getting close now. Nikki was going to talk about getting started again. By the way, did you ever hear back from Viking, Nikki? That was one of the things that I hope to ask Christy about. And Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis. Emily's almost done packing. She leaves Tuesday. You're almost done packing? Wow. I hate to say this, but I am not that efficient. I have been known to pack within an hour of leaving the house before. It's pretty simple what I pack. It's all the same thing almost every cruise I go on. I don't dress up a lot. I take one sport coat, one dress shirt, and shorts and t-shirts for the most part. There's a few other things in there, but not much else than that. So I bet you anything that Christie's is forgetting the time difference. Let me see, what did she say about her schedule? she has Christy, where's Christy? There's Christy. She had a meeting at 11:45 with the folks that she does her cruise to Alaska with, which so that could have taken 11:45, which would be 12:45 my time. If she's off an hour, and she has a 1 o'clock that she has to attend. But she was going to try to make it work. So if she makes it work, good. If she doesn't, that's fine. We'll chat a bit and I'll go on my way. So, oh, wait a minute. That was Martin trying to come in. Martin, you came in for a second and then left. If you can hear me, that was a little blip. Martin was trying to come in the house. Let's see if he sent a message. Martin? No. All right, I sent him a message. There he is. Wow, is that Amigo Martin?
Hello.
Awesome. You are actually with.
Let me move that way.
I'm glad you're here today. We got no John. He was back in the hospital last night. So he's going through some pretty difficult times right now.
Right, okay. Say again, Chili, can you talk?
Can I talk? Oh, you can't hear me. Talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not hearing me, I take it.
Okay. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. I can hear you as well. Okay, so we have no John. John was in the hospital again last night. So he is back home, but he said there was just no way he had the strength to do a show today. So I'm glad you're here. So hopefully Christy Durso will be joining us sometime today. She was going to try to give me a few minutes. But that we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. I had asked Nikki. Go ahead. What were you saying, Martin?
Oh, no, I was going to say, sorry I missed you last week. I was hoping to do a live from MSC Ribia, but the naming ceremony started at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yeah, it would have been, over an hour ahead, so it would have been 4 o'clock, whatever it was. So, and then it went on until about 9 o'clock at night. It was like, oh my God. So I couldn't get a chance to do anything.
Okay. How was the I can't get it. I can't get the tongue working right. Oh, come on now. Arabia.
Right. The easiest way to say it is think of euro as in the European currency euro, Euribia. So Euribia.
Yeah, but the Italian pronunciation is Euribia.
They were calling it Euribia on board, so I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
So the ship
Okay.
was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's oh, hang on, let's see. Can you? I'll just say. I mean, it's very virtuosa. So it's exactly the same class of ship as MSC Virtuosa. They've got rid of Robot Bar, Rob the Robot. He's gone now. In place, they have a wine bar called Helios, where you can, like you may have seen it on other ships, where you can put your card in and get a taste of wine or half a glass, full glass. You get little snacks for that as well with it, which is really nice. They're complimentary. And then the other big major change is the Carousel Lounge. Now, anybody who's been on MSC Virtuosa will know that the Carousel Lounge was only open for 2 shows, which is Archimedia and the other one, I can't remember the name of it. They were shown 2 or 3 times a week. You paid €9 or 15 euros on board, got a cocktail and a cine. After that, it was a waste of space. You know, it wasn't used. Now, the Carousel Lounge of an evening, every evening, is the big band at sea, a full orchestra, or there's an orchestra, and a show every evening in there. But during the day, you can actually go in and have light breakfast in the morning. There's music being piped in and things. You may see some of the rehearsals as well. And at lunchtime, light snacks as well. So it's been utilising the space a lot more. And it's got floor-to-ceiling windows of a day that you can look out and see. Absolutely beautiful. So it's really, really nice in there. And either side, there's outside areas that you can go out from the carousel. So the Carousel Terrace, I think they've called it. So absolutely beautiful. Really nice ship. Saw Sophia Loren. She looked like she was, well, she's 90 odd.
Yeah, 93 or something. She's way up there.
She don't think she knew where she was when they reeled her out.
Not surprised.
She is. But she still looks gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, so that was that ship, and then we've just booked for September. We're going on Resilient Lady with Virgin Voyages.
Nice.
The Adriatic in the 3rd of September. But in the meantime, in less than 2 weeks, we'll be over the pond over your side in the Florida, in the orange state of Florida, and we're not doing a cruise because it was too expensive when we went to book it. It was £800 for a balcony each, including drinks for 4 nights. Too much, I think. No. So
no,
we're doing all the theme parks and things like that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get the cruise from over here, but I can certainly understand as I'm home. I'm actually home for a couple months. I'm taking care of some medical stuff. And then I'm going to be in Alaska from the middle of August.
When's your next solo cruise?
My second Alaska cruise is one of the. I've got solo and double occupancy on that, on the Sapphire Princess. That's August 30th out of Anchorage. And then the next solo with Pete's group is December 2nd on the Norwegian Escape. And we're just about to sell that out. So, and then there's a good possibility that we'll be announcing the next one in January. So it's getting there. So I'm definitely liking that. The Joy was so much fun. I got a whole bunch of people that were on the Joy with me that are going to do the Escape. So yeah, it worked out very, very well.
Nice.
Nikki says that
excellent. So
all right, let me ask you if you know something about this. I was talking with Nikki earlier. The TA sent us a Viking form to fill out describing the wheelchair scooter. that we plan to bring. This contradicts the original document I sent me. Yeah, she was having some trouble getting Viking to approve her having a scooter or a wheelchair. And she says now you can have a chair or a scooter only if you are in one of the 2 accessible staterooms. Fortunately, you booked one. Okay, so she can have, but only 2 on the whole ship? Wow. That stinks. So anyway, that was some problems Nikki was having with Viking.
She got her.
You're breaking up. And you are frozen-ish. Now, I heard a little click there. Can you still hear me?
Right.
Yeah, I just heard all right.
I'm gonna log on it.
Yeah. Now I hear you again. So anyway, that's I'm spending the summer at home for a change. The pool hasn't gotten warm enough to get in. I can hopefully we'll be getting in the pool here in the next couple of days. I'd love to get out there and get some exercise. But I'm not one for cold water. So.
Do you know what? At the moment, though, over here we're in the middle of a heat wave, and I'll happily get in a pool of cold water. I really will.
Yeah. Well, our problem here is it's still getting cold every night. So we have a nice, lovely, warm day, sunny day, and then at night it goes down, in the 50s. We've had even a couple nights in the 40s here in the last week. So all the temperature goes right out of the pool, and it's still just brutal to get in. So my niece gets in it, but I'm not me.
Wow. Well, I'm wondering.
What'd you say? What did you say?
I'm come to the weather in Florida. At the moment, it's high 35 degrees and humid.
Yeah, it'll be warm for you. Yep. So let's see, what is it today down there? I didn't even check. It's 80 here. Let's see, what's my 80 in your? Let's see, that would be 80 Fahrenheit to see 26. So it's 26 here. Let's see if I can figure out what it is in Florida. I lost Martin. 30 is the heat wave. Yes, it is. It's amazing how we colonized India. I understand. Martin, if you can hear me, you completely gone for some reason. The cruise lines are absolutely unprepared for aging boomers, inadequate accessible staterooms on board. Yeah, that's one of the things we've been working on. One of the things I was going to actually hope to talk to Christy about if she made it today was that very issue on if she's had any success with her negotiations with CLIA and with the cruise lines that she works directly with. Tapas. Use the open A as in father. Tapas. In Euribia. So, thanks, Dennis. When 30 is a heat wave, it's amazing. Yeah, okay, I saw that. All right, so I have no idea what happened to Martin. We lost Martin. What was I doing? I was going to see what the temperature was in Florida. See if I can pull that up without going to Let me think how I could do that. I could do that over here. Okay, temperature today in Miami is 89 degrees. So that is 32. So he's, yeah, it's going to be a little warm for him to come into Florida because it's like 32 or higher every day down there now. So, and he was thinking 30 was a heat wave and he wanted to jump in cold water. All right. So anyway, folks, what else is going on in the world? There was something I was going to ask you, Dennis. I ran across something that I had trouble pronouncing in my own mind. Let me see if I can find it real quick, Dennis. I slumped over it on today's show, so I'm not entirely sure that I can catch it real quick. Let me see. It wasn't in the Zyterdam story. Wasn't in the elation story. Probably in the MSC story. Let's see. No. Now, of course, you would know when I'm trying to ask you about it, I can't find the cotton picking word. It wasn't in Adora. It wasn't in the Leno story. I don't think. No, I don't see it there either. Venezia Jubilee Firenze. No. Oh yeah. Huh. Oh well. I'll have to find it again, Dennis. It was something that I had, and I can't. There was some word. There was one word that it didn't seem like the rules were going to apply to it, and you would know I can't find it now. So. The tapas, pronunciation comes from the replay of the earlier live stream. Okay. Well, and you would know I can't find the word I wanted to ask you. Was it mentioned in the Venezia story? That's what I thought, but I didn't see it. It might have been something I didn't even use today. It wasn't in the Hawaii stuff. The Zyterdam, was it in that? I think she's, yeah. I'm looking through the Zyterdam story now to see if it might have been there. I don't see it. So, I know what it was. I wasn't looking at the right story. The captain of the Elation, Marchi, and that one kind of, I stumbled over that one, Dennis. Marchi, it's a proper name. Captain Marchi, Marchi. Marchi. Anyway, it was Marchi, Dennis. So, anyway, if you do see that, and you can give me a pronunciation. Oh, Marquis. Oh, Marquis. The CHI has the K sound. Marquis. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I see that now. CH has the K sound. Very good. Thank you, Dennis. Okay. There's my pronunciation lesson for the day, folks. So anyway, I guess Martin's not going to come back and join us. He seems to have ongoing battles with his machine over there, and I'll hang on till we get after the top of the hour in case we do get something from Christy. So I'm checking to see if I had a message from her. Nope. Although I can't get to my phone to see, because I did see that I have a phone message, but I'm not sure if that was from her or not. And I'm using the phone for the camera for the show, so I can't check it. Reminder, the CH before I or E is pronounced K, as in Pinocchio. Yep. And now I remember that. I knew it was unusual, but I didn't remember how it was unusual. So thank you, Dennis. As always, I appreciate. Yeah, Marquis. That's the captain of the Elation who ran out of water because of Nikki drinking all that water up in Jacksonville. So anyway, if you weren't on the show earlier, they actually had to go into Port Canaveral, which, I mean, that's just nowhere out of Jacksonville, you know. And that's, what is it, 50 miles to reload water. So they obviously had mechanical issues with whatever they do to make fresh water. I'm sure it's desalinization of seawater to get fresh water. And something was amiss, and they had to go, I guess, fill up some tanks. I don't know what they do. But anyway, they went into Port Canaveral to take on water, delayed their cruise a little bit, changed some port times in Nassau, and then they're back into Jacksonville now. So remind Martin to restart his device before streaming to clear out the cache. Yeah. It's amazing that he's with us and then gone again. Prego. So, okay, so our time, we're up to about a minute till. So I'll give Christy a couple more minutes, and then if she doesn't make it in, we'll put an end to the festivities. So I absolutely guarantee you she is on Prego. You're welcome. Oh, Prego. Thank you. Well, I don't know what I say to that, but you're saying something to me. Prego. Those R's are tough for old fat Americans. Anyway, I try. So, so the next cruise for me, by the way, folks, anybody out there that happens to be watching this on replay. I normally don't really promote things on the Cruise Amigos, but I'm going to do this. My Alaska cruise, August the 30th, on Sapphire Princess, Anchorage to Vancouver. We've got some openings, dynamite pricing, and some of the best excursions through my partner on this one, who's Nate, who's been on our shows numerous times. But that's his business, his excursions. Yes, he is a travel agent, but he does excursions. That's his main living. And so some of the excursions we have available on that cruise are just outstanding. I am going to go whale watching, and I'm going to go up to Michelle Phillips' kennels, which is actually up above one of the glaciers. And she is a Iditarod musher, has won the Iditarod several times, and the other big race that's up there like the Iditarod. She's won it multiple times too. And she and her business partner, who has also won the Iditarod, raise dogs. So that are, they're bred entirely to be Iditarod dogs. And I'm going to go spend a day playing with her puppies. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I'm going to be doing 2 Alaska cruises. I'm going to go from Vancouver up to Anchorage on the Nordam. I'm going to spend 3 days in Anchorage. Unfortunately, amigo John and I were going to pal around in Anchorage, and he's physically can't go now, unfortunately. But I'm going to do some things in Anchorage that like he and I would do. And then ride a train back up to Whittier and get on the Sapphire Princess and sail it back to Vancouver. I will be hosting the cruise. There is a solo group. We also have some double occupancy cabins, and we've got still have some cabins left, but I imagine they're going to be done pretty quickly. So, I'm hoping that maybe some of you guys can grab one and go on the Alaska cruise with me. That would be wonderful. But anyway, we do have some opens. It's terrific pricing. Solo cabins start at like 600 and change. The double occupancy is 500 per person, or maybe I can't remember the numbers. But anyway, the link, I'll put the link in the description. I don't have it in the description here. I can put it in the comments though, because I do have it close by. Let's see. All right, this is the link to the website if you might be interested in the Alaska cruise. There it is. So go check it out. It's really going to be a fun cruise. That website also has all the excursions, has the excursion for the plane that flies up to the on the glaciers. Michelle Phillips' place, of course, is on there. The whale watching, and several other excursions. So anyway, it's a really neat website. So have at it, take a look, and hopefully some of you can go on it. Terrific Father's Day present, by the way, folks. Send Dad to Alaska, or go with Dad to Alaska, because we do have double occupancies. We have solos. We have both. Go solo and take your dad. So you're both have cabins. That'd be okay too. So anyway, got some openings. Want to sell them. The other thing that I'm working on is my December 2nd hosted cruise. I mentioned that to Martin. We are about to sell out on that. I'm thinking that's probably going to be gone before the week's over with, or at least early next week. We are going to try to get more balcony cabins, but that was the issue that Norwegian was raising that stalled us for a while, because our balconies were actually cheaper than Norwegian had on their website. So considerably cheaper, like $1,000 cheaper. And they tried not to honor that. And we said, oh, no. We have the contract, folks. This is what you signed for. So that was finally worked out. And now it is begrudgingly being fulfilled. So them giving us more cabins is at that price is unlikely, but we'll see. We're going to try to get some more. But that's the December 2nd cruise on the Escape, which goes to Cozumel and Ocho Rios and Grand Cayman and Great Stirrup Key. So if a whale jumps out of the water, take a pic. Well, yeah, you try to, but sometimes it's not, it's got to be quick. So, but yeah, I'm going to attempt to. And, just so you know that I do have some whale watching pictures. That would be the tail. And I just love that scenery up there. Oh my God, I love Alaska. I really do. And that's a couple together. So, yeah, I'm excited about that and looking forward to that so much. So, all right, guys. I'm afraid that Christy and I are on different times. I have a feeling that she got really tied up, which is possible as well. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. It's been, 2 back-to-back. And I'm done. Yeah, those were 2 orcas. Yeah. So, all right, guys, thanks for being with the Cruise Amigos. Hopefully Amigo John will be back next week. We'll see if we can get Amigo Martin back. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic week from all of the Cruise Amigos. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time. So thanks, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow on my show at 11. Y'all have a fantastic day, everybody. See you soon.